Road. With those starting lineups, we go to the voice of Colonel Jim, Steve Town.
Tonight, your Henderson County Lady Colonels take on the Knights of Castle. Here now the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, the visiting Knights of Castle High School. At forward, number 11, Jaden Scott. At forward, number 14, Jordan Polehouse. At forward, number 22, Isabel Grants. At guard, number 24, Jordan Scott. And at guard, number 10, Peyton Mitchell. The head coach of Castle, Bobby Meyer.
And the lights will go out here at Colonel Jim for the introduction of the Lady Colonels.
And now, the starting lineup for your Henderson County Lady Colonels. At forward, number 33, Brooklyn Gibson. At forward, number 14, Anna Kim. At guard, number 25, Atalia Green. At guard, number 20, Allison Rideout. And at guard, number 5, Addie Gish.
Starting lineups brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance on Zion Road. Opening tip presented by DSS Rentals. Tip off your next project with DSS Rentals, proud supporter of Henderson County Athletics. Score top-notch commercial and residential equipment at 1631 South Green Street and online at dss-rentals.com. DSS Rentals, quality tools that assist every project. Officials for tonight's game, Alfred Boogie Williams, Shane Mercer, and Jeff Porter. Mercer moving at midcourt to throw it up as Brooklyn Gibson to be jumping against Castle's Jordan Polehouse, and the tip is on the floor, controlled by Henderson County, dug out by Addie Gish. Lady Colonels right to left on their radio down in their first half, and their home whites down low. They get it inside to Brooklyn Gibson on a nice post pass in there, and Gibson has an early bucket for Henderson.
Awesome pass and a good way to get Gibson going early.
With the basketball is Jordan Scott, her sister Jaden Scott, also on the team. Jaden has it now out high left. Couple of dribbles, hands off to Jordan. Now with the basketball, Polehouse from the left side kicks it out over to Grants. Now back into the hands of Polehouse. Straight away with the basketball, Jordan Scott. She'll back it out 35 feet away from the basket. Now has it just in front of the jump circle.
One of the few times Lady Colonels might have the tallest player on the floor, so we need to control the glass.
Polehouse with it, camp out on her, knocked it away, loose ball. Polehouse has it on the ground, but ends up losing it out of bounds, and Lady Colonels force a turnover against Castle.
Yeah, making them slow down and running offense is also a good thing, Greg. It just showed just then.
Gish against a little pressure here from Castle in the backcourt, throws it up the floor, saved in by Rideout. And then Green tried to get it over to Gibson. It's deflected out of bounds by Castle. It'll stay with Henderson County.
Good idea there. They hit the middle, but pass was just a little too far upstream.
Green to play it into the right corner and gets it out front to Gish. Rideout, hands off to Green between her legs. Left side threw it over the head of Gibson out front, out of bounds. And the ball back to Castle. First Henderson turnover.
Unforced turnover, those are the ones that really get you.
Senior Jordan Scott brings it up for Castle, has it right side. Now Polehouse down low, turning and spinning was Grants, kicks it back out to Polehouse as Lady Colonels double teamed her. Now Scott driving in from the right side, tough shot up and no good, but draws the foul. And Jaden Scott will go to the line for two. After the foul goes on Gibson, first foul of the game. Jaden Scott, the junior, an 85% free throw shooter. Best on the team. Free throw up and in.
She's one of those quick shooters, too.
Second free throw, got them both. Ties the game at 2 with 6:34 to go in this opening quarter. Green with it for Henderson. Goes right side to Kemp with the baseline. A little shot fake. Picks up her dribble. Kick out to Gish. Gish, nice little shot fake out front. Driving in. Misses a shot from the left side. A rebound. Controlled by Polehouse and Castle. Up the floor, Scott. Jordan Scott with it. Left side. Gets in the corner, and it was nearly thrown out of bounds as Mitchell tried to save it in, but right into the hands of a Lady Colonel. Second Castle turnover. Now 15-footer for Kemp on the other end won't go, and a rebound grabbed by Jaden Scott. Right side to Mitchell, right back to Scott. Deep three out front, off and no good. Rebound being tapped around, and it's out of bounds off of Henderson. It'll go to Castle.
Oh, we got to grab that one.
Mitchell to play it in baseline right for Castle. And gets it in out front to Polehouse. Try to bounce it back to Mitchell. Knocked away by Gish, who has the steal. Picked up by Kemp. 5:35 to go here in the first. 2-2. Italia Green, right wing, bounces to right out. Now left side in front of the Castle bench, Anna Kemp. Kemp out to the middle of the floor. Back over to Green, out high right. Green driving right side now. Tough shot off the glass. Goes. Farmers Bank shot for Italia Green. Farmers Bank thinks long term, always have, always will. See how that makes all the difference at Farmers Bank, 1555 South Green Street in Henderson. Green now knocks one away. Loose ball, and then Gish hammered down on the arm of Jordan Scott. And Addie hit with her first foul, the second on the Lady Colonels. 5:08 to play in the first. 4-2 Henderson.
That is 2 fouls already in the first 3 minutes.
Mitchell with the basketball. Gish out on her. Polehouse right wing now. Puts on the floor a couple times. Has it at the high post. Hands off to Grants. Grants had it poked away by Green. Picked up by Rideout. Lady Colonels with the ball on the fast break. Gets it off to Green on the baseline. Good recovery there by Castle.
Now, Rideout's got to put that ball up.
Kick out to Kemp. Nice pass to Rideout. An easy bucket for Allison on a nice find from Kemp.
Lady Colonels passing the ball extremely well into the post. Need more of that.
4.5 minutes to go in the first. 6-2 your score. With the basketball is Scott out front with it. Jordan Scott dribbles right side. And it goes into the hands of Grants in the perimeter. Picked up by Rideout. Grants right side picks up her dribble on the block. Had it poked away by Kemp and picked up by Green. Lady Colonels with another steal of 4 turnovers for Castle. Green left side. It's a screen from Rideout. Picks up her dribble. Gibson with it now out front. And she hands it off to Gish. Addie driving from the right side. A little floater off the glass. Good for another Farmers Bank shot. 4 of the 5 Lady Colonel starters have scored. 8-2 Henderson. 3:45 to go in the first.
All 4 bank shots, too.
Now Gish knocks an inbounds pass out of bounds. It'll stay with Castle. It will allow our good buddy Shane Mercer, referee tonight, to tie up that left shoe. Work a double duty. Shane also worked the JV game. Lady Colonels won that one 30-14. 8-2 as Mitchell comes up near side against Gish. All the way to the rack. Flips it up and in.
Wow, no help side defense.
You're right. Mitchell has Castle's first field goal, 4th point. This went straight line drive down the right side, 8-4. Lady Colonels with the ball and the lead. Green, top of the key, and threw it over the right side, and luckily Gish was there. Picked off Kemp. Now Addie right side, a little floater off the baseline, no good. Rebound, out of bounds, last touch by Castle Scott. It is stay with the Lady Colonels.
We've not got a rebound yet as an individual.
Correct.
Wow. Of course, a lot of turnovers too, though.
Gish to get it in, baseline left into the corner to Gibson, left side in front of the Castle bench. Now she drives baseline and fouled on the floor. Gibson was held, and the foul goes on Castle's Peyton Mitchell, first foul on the Lady Knights. Rashia Kanzler into the game for Henderson. She's in for Anna Kemp. First substitute for either team. Inbounds out front to Gibson. Gets it off to Rideout. Now Green, 3 from the left side. WB, 3 for Italia Green. She has 5 3-pointers brought to you by a former Colonel, now your local Edward Jones investment advisor, Walker Bruner. We use Walker's initials, WB, to signify a made Henderson County 3-pointer. Meanwhile, a foul in the backcourt on Green off the inbounds after. And Castle will try to play it in once more. 11-4, Lady Colonels, 2:55 to go here in the first.
It's 3 starters with the foul already.
Mitchell, same play as a while ago, driving in. This time kicks it out. A 3-pointer on the way is good from the left corner, drained by Jaden Scott. Cuts the Lady Colonel lead to 4 on the 3 by Jaden Scott. Gish to Green. Back to Gish, 35 feet from the basket. Green right side on the perimeter. Bounce pass back to Green. To Gish, now back to Green. On a cut, Gibson on the left elbow. Now a little floater from 8 for Brooklyn won't go. And it'll be a tie-up on the rebound. And it was Gibson tied up with Grants, and this one on the arrow will go to Castle.
Went to his own defense on the half court that time. Look for Kanzler to get a 3 here in a minute. A look.
Mitchell gets it across against Gish. Pulls up straight away. Had it knocked away by Rideout. Now it's into the hands of Scott.
Mitchell tore us up last year driving to the basket, Greg.
Jaden Scott between the circles. Grants on the right wing now on the perimeter. Kanzler on her. Grants puts it on the floor. Right side off the glass and in. Isabel Grants has her first points. And it's 5 straight for Castle to pull within 2. Minute 50 left in the first quarter here from Colonel Jim and Henderson. Here's a pass tipped away in the backcourt out of bounds by Jordan Scott. As Gish tried to float it over to Green, and Scott knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, she's athletic. She can jump now.
Kanzler to get it in right in front of us. Fires it into Brooklyn Gibson. Brooklyn out high right with it. Picks up her dribble. Bounces over to Rideout. And a little miscommunication. She tried to get it to Gish. Saved from an over and back by Gibson, though. Brooklyn far sideline right side. Cross-court pass. Deep 3 for Green on the way. WB 3 for Italia Green. A couple of them here in this opening quarter. Puts the Lady Colonels back up 5. Thought that was going to try to rattle out. Kind of rattle around there, but went down. 3 on the other end to answer. Good. Nothing but net for Jaden Scott. Her second 3 of this opening quarter. 14-12 Henderson. Minute 10 to go in the first. Green on that far sideline. Picks up her dribble. Now it comes to Addie Gish, who draws a double team and threw it away. Intercepted by Mitchell. Nice pass left side to Polehouse. She's fouled going up, and we'll have a couple free throws. Gish hit with her second personal foul here in this second quarter.
First quarter.
First quarter, thank you. Polehouse at the line for 2. Polehouse, a 63% free throw shooter, knocks down her first. Kemp in for Rideout. Janiah Locker into the game for the first time. In for Gish, goes to the bench with 2 fouls. Free throw from Polehouse, no good, and a rebound into the hands of Locker. Over to Kemp, and she threw it away, trying to get the pressure. This is without Lady Colonel's point guard. Gish out of the game, try to get to Gibson, and it's turnover number 4 for the Lady Colonels. Kiki Jones, first substitute for Castle. She's in for Polehouse. One-point Lady Colonel lead, 14-13. With the basketball, Jaden Scott on the left side. Hands off to Mitchell straight away. Locker on her. Back to Scott. 3 in the left corner. In and out. No good. Rebounded by Green for Henderson. Italia with 30 seconds. Brings it up for the Lady Colonels. High right. Counts on her. Scott with it. And Green gets away. Over to Anna Kemp. Right elbow. Kicks left side to Locker. In the corner, Kanzler. Right back to Locker. Now out front to Green with 11 seconds.
He gets Kanzler quick enough.
Green to Locker on the left side with 5 seconds. Now Kemp with it out front. Has it at midcourt. Goes left side to Green. A rush three-pointer just off. No good. That is the end of the first quarter. after one. Henderson 14, Castle 13. Our game being brought to you by ATA. Back after this.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Lady Colonels on top before the start of this second period. Anna Kemp kind of brings in the Lady Colonels as a senior and has some words for them. With the basketball is Green on the left side. Italia to the corner, draws a double team, gets to Gibson.
Almost a triple.
Bounces over to Kanzler out high right. Shia, pass fake, back to Green out high right. And a dangerous pass knocked out of bounds by Grant as Green tried to throw it across the floor to Locker to stay with the Lady Colonels.
Remember, you don't need a home run pass. What you need is a quick pass to the middle and then a quick pass opposite side. You got a wide open shot every time. And one nice little ball fake too, Greg.
There you
go.
Camp right side, and boy, she's hammered.
My.
A blocked shot out of bounds. No foul on the contact, and Lady Colonels will get it underneath. That one swatted out of there by Jones.
It was swatted, but a lot of body. My goodness.
Green to play it in, baseline right, into Gibson, slashing in, lays it up and in. 4 for Gibson, good play out of the inbounds for an easy bucket there. Lady Colonels by 3 with 7:20 to go in the half. Mitchell over to Scott. Back to Mitchell. Now Jaden shot, tough shot right side, rebounded by Kemp for Henderson.
Wow, she had a wide open teammate, passed it up for a shot.
In the corner with the basketball, Locker now out front to Green. Italia Green gets it to Kemp. Thought about a 3, now gets it left side back to Locker. Straight away Gibson. Brooklyn, hands off to Green. Out high right, Green trying to take Mitchell and threw it away, trying to get it to Gibson on the cut. Turnover number 5 for Henderson. And a block shot by Kemp on the other end. Good defense, rebounded by Locker.
And she about threw it away.
16-13 Henderson. And here is a near steal. It is for Mitchell as Locker throws one away, trying to get it to Green. Long 2 for Grant's left side, no good. Long rebound to Grant's, puts it up and in. 16-15 as Castle gets within 1. Kanzler right corner to Kemp. Nice shot fake on the elbow. Driving left side with the left hand. Missed the lay-in. No good. Tough shot. Rebounded by Mitchell. Up the floor to Scott. And a little jumper in the lane. Rolls off. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Henderson to stay with Castle. Polehouse returning here for Castle as Jones checks out. Rideout returns for Henderson as Locker goes to the bench. Inbounds to Polehouse. Trying to go back door, and it's kicked by Kemp. And Castle will play it in underneath their own basket after the kicked ball violation. Again, back into Polehouse. With the basketball, Scott. With the left hand, high off the glass, in. Nice move, Jordan Scott, and a timeout, Henderson. 5:51 to go in the half. Castle has their first lead, 17-16. We're back after this on W.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are I-CAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
.5:45 to go in this first half. 17-16 Castle with the lead right out in the backcourt, and they get it across to Kanzler left side. Rashaya driving in, lost it momentarily, and the Lady Colonels turn it over. Lost the handle on it. Up the floor, Mitchell underneath the basket, kicks to Polehouse. Now out front, three-point try, Jordan Scott, good. Jordan Scott with 5, and it's a 4-point lead for Castle, their biggest, with 5:20 to go. And then they get Gibson with a travel. This pressure really bothering Lady Colonel Scott in this with Addie Gish on the bench with 2 fouls.
Gish not on the floor is hurting, and even before she went out, we were still having issues. And we knew it was coming. I mean, every team we played this year has been full court other than Modern Day.
Mitchell to Polehouse, 3 right side, good. Polehouse knocks down the 3. 4th 3 of the game for Castle, and they open it up 23-16 with 5 minutes to go in the half. Gibson with the basketball, splits a trap, now a 3-on-2 for Henderson, fires to Kemp, can't finish but fouled, and Anna will head the line for 2 after being bumped by Polehouse. First foul on Polehouse, first of the quarter on Castle. Kemp 5 of 8 from the free throw line this season. And his first off the mark, no good. Green returns for Henderson. She's in for Kanzler. Second free throw coming up, and she got that one. 1 of 2 for Anna, her first point. Cuts the Castle lead to 6 with 4:50 to play in the half. Grant's hands off to Mitchell. A little weave action out front. Now Scott picks up her dribble right of the lane to Grant's. Grant's 10-footer straight away. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound into the hands of Polehouse. Now a kick out 3 is short from Scott. Here at that rebound. Scott.
Right out.
On the other end, it's Kemp on the right side. Kick out, right out 3. Just off, no good. That had been a big one, and a rebound into the hands of Grant's. Grant's right side to Mitchell. Straight away, Scott. Nice little head shoulders fake. Now 3 for Polehouse, no good. Rebounded by Locker for Henderson. And then Green fouled in the backcourt.
Fouls on Jordan Scott of Castle, her first team second of the quarter.
Jordan Scott hit with her first foul, the second on Castle here in this second quarter.
Yeah, Lady Colonel's only shot 4 threes, and one of those was just a throw up right before the buzzer went off.
23-17, Castle by 6, exactly 4 minutes to go in this first half from Colonel Jim. Green threw it away, trying to get it over to Brooklyn Gibson. Just some miscommunication there, and it's turnover number 9 for Henderson here in the first 12 minutes of the game.
Might have to gamble here and just get Gish back in there.
23-17, Mitchell. And a double dribble called on Mitchell. 5th on Castle, and Coach Bob Meyer agrees with the call. He said, yep. Green in the backcourt against some pressure, splits a trap at midcourt. Now a 3-point try for Rideout, high off the rim, and a foul on the rebound as Kemp had it, as a foul goes on Jordan Scott, her second. Third on Castle here in the quarter. Polehouse checks out as Jones back in for Castle. Green to play it in on the baseline left side, gets it in to Rideout, bounces to Kemp. Straight away for Anna. Now a low pass by Green. Good job by Taya to get it. A long two straight away, no good. And rebounded by Grants, then she kind of lost it out of bounds. Lady Colonels get it back. Grants may have never quite had it there, so we'll give a Lady Colonel a back. Polehouse returns as Jordan Scott checks out.
We went about 2 minutes without a basket from either side, which is a good thing. We want to get to halftime down by 5 or 6.
Brooklyn Gibson into the paint. Jump stop. Passes over to Green on the left side. Now back to Anna Kemp. Right back out to Green with 3:08 to go in the half. Lady Colonels trailed 23-17. Addie Gish on the bench with 2 fouls. Picked up her second and final minute of the first quarter. Been over there ever since. The Lady Colonel point guard. Locker a 3 out front on the way. Banked off the glass. Nearly went down. No good. Rebound though. Rideout back up. That one won't go. Rebound by Kemp. That one won't go. Rebounded by Locker, and a 4th chance for Henderson. A 3 for Green. That one's off, and a rebound foul against Kemp. That was quite the series.
One good thing about it was we got 3 shots off, Greg. One good thing is we're only down by 6.
Kanzler back into the game for Henderson as Locker checks out. 2:35 to go in the half. Castle on top, 23-17. Grant with the basketball. Leaves it off with Mitchell. Fires it back over left side to Scott. Now back out to Grants. Now Mitchell out high right. Feeds it inside to Jones, and a reaching foul called, I think, on Green. We'll see. It is on Atalia Green. That's her second personal foul. And Addie Gish is coming back in for 2 as Green checks out with 2. 2:18 to go in the first half. Inbounds comes out front to Polehouse. Polehouse puts on the floor against Rideout with the left hand. Couldn't finish. Rebounded by Kemp for Henderson. Kemp tried to get to Gish, though, and it was picked up by Jones, and she put it up and in. The Lady Colonel's 10th turnover. Jones first points off the bench for either team. Rideout high post to Gibson. Right side Kanzler, 3 from the corner on the way. High off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Mitchell. Mitchell left side for Castle into the corner to Grants. Grants to the baseline.
Charge.
Runs over Gibson, a whistle,
gosh.
and they're going to call a blocking foul on Brooklyn Gibson.
Wow, looked like she cut the baseline
And that's
off.
2 on Gibson here in this first half. 3rd on the Lady Colonels. Jersey Gardner up off the bench for Henderson. But first, a Castle timeout. Minute 39 to go in the half. It's 25-17, Castle by 8. That's their biggest lead. Back after this on WSON. Our game being brought to you by ATA.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Inbounds comes in at Jaden Scott. 3 attempt, no good, but an offensive rebound for Jones. Kicks to Grant, long 2. Grants can't finish, and it's rebounded by Kemp for Henderson.
It's at least 5 her, but about threw it away again. Gish is back in there.
Gish tried to get it left side to Rideout. Threw it away. A steal from Polehouse and missed a layup on the other end. But another rebound by Jones. Now a loose ball. Jones has it underneath, tipped away, and is tracked down by Mitchell. Now to Grants, drive it in from top of the key. Right side, lays it up and in. 10-point lead for Castle, their biggest. With a minute to go here in the half. 27-17, Kanzler to Kemp. And a blocking foul called on Jones. Her first, and I think 5. Is that 5 or 4 against Castle?
4.
Okay, so no shots yet with 51 seconds left. Gish to trigger it in. Addy out front, pass deflected, but picked up by Rideout with 49 seconds. Hands off to Gish. Now Kanzler on the right side. Back to Rideout. Left side over to Gish out on the perimeter. Addy puts on the floor, now straight away. Brings it back out at the jump circle. Rideout has it with 30 seconds. Kemp, 16 feet away. Back to Gish with 25 seconds. Gardner now, left side to Kemp. 27-17 Castle, 17 seconds left in this first half. Kemp in the left corner, Gish now with 10. Gardner with 7 seconds. Rideout now with 6. 20 feet from the basket, hand off to Gish. Addy right side, wild shot off the glass, no good, and that is the end of the first half. Lady Colonels down 10, Scott Stone with Coach Stephen Hale. And we'll have to get Scotty on that one, see what Coach Hale said. As the Lady Colonels trail by 10, 27-17 here at the break. Our game tonight being brought to you by ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory. The Employment Solutions Division of ATA can help you manage your company's most valuable assets, your people. From hire to retire, ATA helps their clients with human resources, professional development, and more. ATA, amplifying your business beyond accounting. Stay tuned.
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond. In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
After this one. It'll be Castle's ball to start the third. Castle in their road blacks.
Zone defense start off by Lady Colonels, 1-3-1.
And a trap here right in front of us. And it is out of bounds. Lady Colonels forced the turnover as they knock Jordan Scott out of bounds. Turnover number 6 for Castle. Another victim of an open container on press row. You just can't do it.
Nope.
You got to have the cap on them.
Mr. Davenport learned that lesson while you were gone, Greggy.
I heard about that. A near steal, and it is a steal from Castle. As Gish picks up her third foul here early after a steal from Scott.
Got to leave her out there. Down 10.
Ten-point Castle lead. Grants with it, right side. Hands it off to Polehouse. Try to get it down low to Mitchell, and now Gish has her fourth personal foul. And Stephen Hale didn't like that call.
Yeah, that's 4 on Gish, and there's been 5 called on Castle. I don't think I'd like it too much either.
With the basketball, Grants on the right block, kick out, 3 for Scott. Off the mark, no good. Polehouse offensive rebound, back up and in. And Castle by a dozen with 7:10 to go. Here's Green for Henderson.
6-0 run, Castle.
Off to right out. Anna Kemp on the right wing. Dish still out there, but Kanzer's ready to go in for her. Next dead ball. Here's a nice pass. Gish on the Green, couldn't finish. May have been partially blocked. Rebounded by Polehouse. Polehouse off to Scott.
Oh, she
now
traveled.
Jaden Scott did travel out front.
Surely they didn't miss that one, Greggy. Golly.
And Gish will come off the floor with the 4 fouls as Kanzler checks in. Lady Colonel somehow going to have to chip into this lead a little bit with Gish on the bench. Right out, right baseline. Had it knocked away, picks it back up. Now Gibson, the 3 on the way. That one's off, no good. Rebound tapped around, and Mitchell went over the back of Kemp.
Lady Colonel's now 2 of 9 from Trayville. Castle's done a good job, though, of not letting them get a good look. Even greens are pretty deep. Those 2 makes.
Inbounds comes to the right out. A 15-footer wide open, won't go. In and out, rebounded by Polehouse. Could be one of those nights for the Lady Colonels, Scotty.
No doubt.
And in the lane, here's Green, just stripped it away from Scott. Italia on the other end, lays it off the glass and in. Great play from Green. 10 for Italia to lead all scorers. Now Gibson on Scott tightly. Polehouse back to Jordan Scott for 3 in the corner, no good. Right out, rebounds for Henderson.
Get a bucket here, get a little momentum.
Gibson back to right out. Lady Colonels need to get it across. They're deep in their own territory. Finally due to Gibson just in time. Brooklyn with it out high right, picks up her dribble and threw it away.
Just threw it away.
Right out, yep.
Like literally threw it away. Like,
wow, the other end, a layup for Jaden Scott and a timeout Henderson. 31-19, Castle by 12, 5:42 to go in the third. We're back after this on WSON. Our game being brought to you by ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory.
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
.542 to go third quarter. Castle 31, Henderson County 19. Castle coming in 7-4. Lady Colonels 5-1. Addie Gish on the bench with 4 fouls. Lady Colonel point guard with a long way to go on this one. Anna Kemp high post. Kanzler wide open 3 left corner. WB 3 for the Lady Colonels. They needed that one. Kanzler's first points. 3-pointer is brought to you by a former Colonel, now your local Edward Jones investment advisor, Walker Bruner. And now with the basketball is Scott on the baseline. Nice. That's Jordan to Jaden for the bucket.
Almost had a steal, but not enough.
Green right wing. Now Kemp fakes a 3. Anna, little 10-footer left of the lane. Good.
That was a beauty of a move there. Got inside and took the little jumper.
First field to go for Kemp, her 3rd point. Mitchell out high right. Kanzler comes out on her. Hands it off to Grants. Now right side to Jordan Scott. Mitchell now left side. Down low. Grant's got good position. Blocked by Rideout. Rebounded by Kanzler. Green right side to Gibson. Into the corner. Took a bump inside. Now hands off to Kemp. Back to Green to set up the Lady Colonel offense out high right. Italia. Ran into Gibson and now gets it off to Kemp. Luckily she didn't travel.
Luckily they didn't hurt each other.
Kanzler on the left side. Try to throw it inside of Rideout. Rideout has it after it was knocked away. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Jaden Scott.
Gosh, we need that one to fall. Get a little momentum. Get a run going. Can't get a run.
Jaden Scott from the right side. Lays it up and in as she got by Kemp. Mismatch there. And Jaden Scott has 14, 6 of them here in his first 4 minutes of the third. Here's Green for Henderson. Kicks to Gibson. Brooklyn right back to Green. Puts it off the glass and in. A Farmer's Bank shot
That was a good pass.
For Italia Green, she has a dozen. Farmers Bank thinks long term. Always have, always will. See, that makes all the difference at Farmers Bank, 1555 South Green Street. Kick out three for Jaden Scott. Long rebound out to Jordan Scott. And a second chance here for Castle. Kick out to Mitchell, three left side. That one no good.
Whoa.
Air ball over the rim, rebounded by Gibson for Henderson. 35-26 Castle, 3:20 to go in the third. Green at the high post, picks up her dribble off to Gibson. Now Kemp a three. That one off, no good from the left side, rebounded by Scott, and she is fouled by a Rideout. Rideout picks up her first personal foul, second against Henderson here in this third quarter. Kemp coming off as Locker in for Henderson. Mitchell, cross court to Grants. Grants gets over in the corner. Now a kick back out to Mitchell, fakes the three. Polehouse, three right corner on the way. No good, rebounded by Gibson for Henderson.
Third try with the basketball down 9.
Gibson double teamed at midcourt, picked it up. Kanzler a three on the right corner. Rims off, no good, rebounded by Grants for the Lady Knights. Polehouse, lead pass to Mitchell, gets it off over to Scott, who lays it up and in. Scott was 16, and it's an 11-point Castle lead, 37-26 with 2:25 to go in the third. Locker had it knocked away, loose ball. Locker tried to get it back, and she is fouled by Jordan Scott. Scott picks up her third. Three on Jordan Scott with 2:17 to play in the third. Jones going to come into the game. Jordan Scott checks out, so they lose a ball handler but pick up some size in the middle.
We were down 9, had the ball 3 times down 9 and could not get a bucket.
Kanzler, right wing to Gibson. Hand off to Green to Gibson. A little give a go in the paint. Found Locker, but she kind of bobbled the pass. Now a pass goes right through the legs of Rideout, picked up by Mitchell on the other end, puts it up, no good, but fouled by Gibson. And Mitchell will go to the line for 2 after Gibson picks up her third. Peyton Mitchell, first trip to the line, sinks her free throw, 53% from the line in the season, but nails that one. Pushes the lead back to 12 and make it 13. That's Castle's biggest lead. 39-26 with 1:53 to go in the third. Green with it for the Lady Colonels. Splits a trap at midcourt and bumped and fouled. The third against Castle. This one whistled on Mitchell. That is her third. So now Mitchell and Scott have 3 for Castle. Gish on the bench with 4 for Henderson. Gibson out there playing with 3. And Gibson had it poked away, but got it over to Green. Now Kanzler. Straight away to Rideout. 1.5 to go in the third. Lady Colonels trail by 13. Deep 3. Gibson got it. WB 3 for Brooklyn Gibson. She has 7 and brings it to 10. Grants puts it on the floor and gets in the corner to Mitchell. And down low to Jones. It's thrown away by Kanzler. Kanzler running the floor for Henderson. Going to go coast to coast. Had it knocked away. Gets it back. Now bounces out front to Gibson. A minute to play here in the third.
There's some crazy sequences in this game.
Brooklyn over to Green on the left side. Green into the paint, bumped, kicks the Locker into the right corner, and threw it away, trying to go cross court. It's picked off by Mitchell. Mitchell on the other end, fouled from behind, a late whistle. She'll have 2 free throws as Kanzler fouled her. It's 16 turnovers on the night for Henderson. And Mitchell back to the line for 2, where she connected moments ago. 4 points for Mitchell. Free throw up and in. Kemp returns for Henderson. Locker checks out.
They are 6 of 7 from the free throw line. They don't miss.
Second free throw. There you go, Scotty. But it's rebounded by Jones. Turns, puts it up. No good, and Kemp has it for Henderson.
Almost wish I'd kept my mouth shut. 7 for her at least. Rebounds.
63% coming in from the line as a team, but shooting
better than another.
Yeah. Gibson to Kanzler. Green now with 20 seconds left side. Kanzler on the right wing. Cutting to Green, puts it up off the glass in, and she's fouled. Possible three-point play for Italia Green. As the foul goes on Jaden Scott, her first. Green with 14. Mitchell checks out as Lily DeTalent into the game for the first time. Free throw good for Green to complete the three-point play, and the Lady Colonels have cut a 13-point lead down to 8 with 14 seconds to go here in the third.
Actually winning this quarter by 2.
Polehouse with it. Driving left side, kicks out to Jaden Scott. Scott at the free throw line, a little start and stop. Now Jones, long 2, off the mark, no good at the end of the third quarter. After 3, Castle 40, Lady Colonels 32. Our game tonight being brought to you by ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory. Back up.
It can happen when you least.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
(40-32), Castle by 8 as we start this fourth quarter. Lady Colonels got to come from behind here tonight to get a home win over the Lady Knights. Deep 3 for Gibson, no good. She was way out there. Rebound into the hands of Mitchell. Not sure that's the shot they wanted. Mitchell on the elbow, kicks to Jaden Scott, left side. Right out on her. Cross court to Polehouse on the right side. Now back to Scott. Jaden Scott, left side on the perimeter, picked up by Rideout. Now straight away for her. Now driving down the lane, knocked away and stolen away by Rideout, picked up by Kemp. 10 turnovers for Castle. Green in the left side for Henderson. Little give and go with Rideout off the glass and in. Nice play there, and the Lady Colonels within 6.
5-0 run, sorry.
There's a pass floated up the floor, and then they're going to get Rideout with a foul, going for a loose ball against Scott. Rideout picks up her second and the first on Henderson here in this fourth quarter.
Almost a steal there.
Yep.
Oh, knocked it out of bounds.
Mitchell with it for Castle. Just in front of the jump circle, backs it up now about 40 feet from the basket. Now he's going to hand it off to Scott. Jordan to Jaden. Now loose ball momentarily picked up by Jaden. She falls, keeps her dribble. Over to Jordan Scott. Jordan driving left side, and good call. Blocking foul called on Gibson. Tried to draw the charge, but kind of stuck her hip out there. And Brooklyn Gibson picks up her 4th personal foul. Gish already on the bench with 4. Now Gibson has 4. Inbounds comes into Polehouse. Jordan Scott now straight away, now backs it out. 6:40 to play in the game. 6-point lead for Castle. Jordan Scott tied up by Green. Will we have a jump ball? We will.
Wow.
It will stay with Castle on the arrow, and they'll play it in underneath their own basket.
At least we got the arrow back.
Baseline right. Yep.
After this.
Polehouse has it off the inbounds out front. Hands off to Jordan Scott. Jordan back to Polehouse left side. Mitchell.
Whoa.
Tied up by Kanzler. And Kanzler leaned on her a bit and whistled for a foul. It's 3 fouls on Henderson.
Minute 45 seconds.
.6:10 to play in the fourth. 40-34 Castle.
That's a legal screen.
Grants.
Wow.
To Mitchell. Now out front to the dangerous Jaden Scott, who has 16, knocked away, though, out of bounds by Gibson. It'll stay with Scott.
Gibson's got to be careful. That could have been foul number 5.
Good point.
And I guess we're playing it with Gibson. Gish. As soon as she fouls out, Gish is coming in.
40-34. Mitchell out front with it. Picked up her dribble. Now she's being trapped. Gets it out to Grants. Here comes and helps. Grants driving down left side of the lane. Lays it up and in. Isabel Grants with 8 tonight. And the lead back to 8 for Castle with 5:35 to go in the game. Green at the high post. Kicks in the corner. 3-point try. Brooklyn Gibson. Howe off the rim. No good. And Howe for the rebound. Polehouse. Up the floor, Mitchell, far sideline. She's bumped by Green. And Natalia Green picks up her 3rd personal foul. It's the 4th against Henderson. So the next will give Castle free throws, but first, a Henderson timeout. 5:21 to go, 4th quarter. It is Castle 42, Henderson 34.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
Jump ball in favor of the Lady Colonels at this point. As Kanzler knocks it away from Grant, she gets it back, goes inside Polehouse, and Kemp leaning over her, called with a foul. Now Polehouse will have 2 free throws. Kemp picks up her 2nd, but 5th on the Lady Colonels. Polehouse 1 of 2 from the line, 63% on the season. First of 2 free throws, rattles it in good. Second free throw coming up for the sophomore Polehouse. Got them both. She has 8. The lead back to 10 for Castle with 5:10 left. Green out high right in front of the Lady Colonel bench with a left-hand dribble to Brooklyn Gibson straight away. Brooklyn hands off to Kemp. Now back out front, right side over to Kanzler. On a cut, try to throw it inside. Dangerous pass, loose ball. And it's still loose over there, and it eventually goes out of bounds, but off of who? We'll see.
It's got to be our ball.
Not sure they'll know. Or they will, yeah.
It's got to be.
It's going to stay with Henderson. Officials got together on that one, and it will stay with Henderson County. But again, Scotty, one of those passes we've seen where really no one's there, yeah. 10-point Castle lead. There's a pass out front. Right out bobbled it, picked up by Mitchell. A layup on the other end. Turnover number 17 for the Lady Colonels. That one cost them a bucket, and the lead back to 12 with 4.5 to play.
6 straight for Castle after we cut it to 6.
I think you'd have to get Gish out there soon, Scotty. Down 12 with 4:20 to play.
Right now.
She's on the bench with 4. Here's a 3, right side, no good for Green. Loose rebound comes out to Green, gets it off to Rideout, who lays it up and in. Rideout with 6. And it's a 10-point game. Near steal, and it's into the hands of Scott. Polehouse, right block, puts it up with the left hand and in. Polehouse with 10. 48-36 Castle, 4 minutes to play. Right out to Kanzler. Green on the left side. Gibson straight away. Brooklyn driving in with the right hand. Had her shot blocked. No, to wave off the block. She was fouled. And Gibson will go to the line for 2. Polehouse hit with a foul, her second. And it'll be Brooklyn Gibson at the line for 2. Gibson 68% from the free throw line this season. Her first is up and in. 8 for Gibson tonight. Second free throw coming up. And she got them both.
Like the Franklin Simpson, her other loss, Greg, was down 13.5, played even the whole second half, lost by 13.
Near steal by Kanzler, but it's in that Grants, and now Kemp knocks it away out of bounds. Hustling a near steal, but it will stay with Castle.
We're down 10 tonight. That's where we're at with 3:37 to go.
With the basketball, Grant's left side. Polehouse now kicks in the corner to Scott. A 3 on the way. No good for Jordan Scott. Kanzler a rebound. And she's tied up, and it will stay with Henderson County.
They are 0 of 7 from Trayville here in this quarter, man.
10-point game. Lady Colonels trail. 3:15 to go. Kanzler far sideline. Good catch on a high ball. Bounces to Rideout. Green to Rideout. Between the circles. Off to Kanzler. Back to Green. 3 minutes to play. Lady Colonels trail by 10. Gish still on the bench with those 4 fouls. And now a timeout, Henderson. 2:51 to play in the fourth. Lady Colonels trail 48-38. They'll have the ball when we come back on WSON.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
.250 go in the game. Lady Colonels with the ball, but trail by 10, 48-38. Castle outscored Lady Colonels 14-3 in the second quarter to take control of the game and have led ever since by as many as 13. Lady Colonels got it down to 6 at one point, but that's the closest they've been. Inside it goes to Brooklyn Gibson, turning, spinning with a right hand. Good move. Gibson puts it up and in. She has 11.
Little 4-0 spurt.
The basketball, Jordan Scott, far sideline, cross-court pass to Mitchell. Back to Jordan Scott with 2:10 to play. Right out comes out on Scott. Now Jordan Scott into the corner to Grants. Castle playing some keep away, running some clock with the 8-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Polehouse with it. Gets it off to Scott. Jaden to Jordan. Now Jordan on that right side. Kanzler comes out on her. Polehouse now to Grants. Mitchell cross court. Back to Scott. And now Lady Colonel's running out of steam. Finally foul. Scott right out hit with a foul, her third, and it'll be 2 free throws here for Jaden Scott. Not the one you wanted to foul. 85%, 2 of 2 tonight. Free throw up and no good.
All right. And you are 1 for 1 tonight on jinxing them.
Second free throw. Missed them both. Rebounded by Green.
You did really good.
Natalia over to Kemp. Fakes the 3, running the baseline. Little floater from 10. Block. Got her own rebound. Kanzler a 3 on the way. That one's off. No good. And out of bounds to Castle. Minute 29 to go. 48-40 Castle. We're in the fourth. Here's a pass stolen by Kanzler. Puts it up. Missed it, though. Rebounded by Gates. Wow.
What to say. We missed 3 of those tonight, Greg. Whew. When it rains, it pours. Crazy thing is you're only down by 8.
And here's another near to it by Kanzler. Knocked away. Loose ball and a timeout. Castle. Minute 11 to go in the game. Timeout.
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
.48-40, Castle with the lead and the ball with 1:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lady Knights looking to get a road win here on Colonel Jim in Henderson after they beat the Lady Colonels at Castle last year. As a pass on the inside to Gretz, back out to Mitchell. A minute to go, and Lady Colonels come trap and foul Mitchell. And she'll ahead of the line as the foul goes on Kanzler. Mitchell's free throw up and in. Our drive of the game belongs to Talia Green early in this fourth quarter on that 3-point play. Drive of the game presented by Patriot Chevrolet Buick GMC. Honesty, value, trust. That's the Patriot promise. Make the short drive to Patriot Chevrolet in Hopkinsville for your new vehicle or drive online to Patriot Chevrolet Buick GMC.com. Another drive here from Green after a made free throw, and she's going to get 2 shots. As Mitchell knocked them both down for 9, a foul on the other end on Jordan Scott. 2 free throws for Green. Natalia rattles in her first. 16 for Green. I'll try to catch up with her on the post-game show. On Lady Colonel comments, make it 17. 8-point game, 50 seconds left. Lady Colonel's trying to trap, and instead another bump of Jaden Scott, and Scott will go down and shoot 2. She missed 2 moments ago, but been very good this season. 2 of 4 tonight after those 2 misses, but 85% from the line coming in. 50 seconds left.
They're 10 of
Castle in command here.
10 of 14 for the game as a team.
Free throw up and in, coming in 63% as a team. Second free throw, she got them both here. 18 for Jaden Scott. 10-point game, 45 seconds to go. Green with it for Henderson. And a long two just inside the arc is off, no good. And a rebound into the hands of Mitchell. Cross court to Scott, back to Mitchell, still in their own territory. Now she gets it across. Hands off left side to Polehouse, now back out front. 26 seconds left. 10-point game. Jaden Scott holding it. Down to 15 seconds. Dribbles over to the right side with 10. Hands off to Polehouse, and Castle comes to Henderson and beats the Henderson County Lady Colonels by 10. 52-42, your final score. The Lady Colonels drop to 5-2. Castle improves to 8-4 as they get a 10-point win here tonight. Our game has been brought to you by ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory. Trade the headache of trying to do everything by yourself for the relief and confidence of working with an expert. For more details, visit ATA CPAs and ATA Advisory in downtown Henderson or go online to atacpa.net. ATA Business Amplified. Castle knocks off the Lady Colonels here in Henderson tonight, 52-42. For Scott Stone, I'm